nuestras familias, nuestras clases, nuestros amigos, el concepto de adjetivos posesivos, ¿no? So, en clase miércoles hablamos de la clase or la familia de Will Smith, and we just did an activity where we said las clases de, la familia de. Remember, apostrophe S doesn't exist in Spanish. We can't say Juanita's clases. We say las clases de Juanita. We can't say Will Smith's apostrophe S familia. We have to use the change the order opposite as it is in English and put the noun before whoever it belongs to show possession. So la familia de Pablo, or las clases de Octavio, la familia de Will Smith. Once we've identified whose family it is, las clases de Bella, then we can say su, por ejemplo, su familia, no, or sus clases. So we'll talk about what su means here in a second, but we know it's not mine or you or ours. It's really hers or his or theirs. It depends on our context. Or ¿cómo son las familias de la clase de español? Las familias de la clase de español, or sus familias, no? So first we identify who we're talking about, and then we can say their families, no? Sus familias. Or las clases de CFC, nuestras clases son importantes. So not only do we have to make importantes agree with our noun clases, but notice we have to make the word our also agree in number and gender. Nuestras clases, because clases is feminine plural. No? How are you supposed to know that clases is feminine when it doesn't end in an AS? How are you supposed to know that? Pablo?
Usually say la clase.
Sí, señor. Exactamente. So Pablo said you remember that it's la clase. You have to think about what that article is. So el, la, los, las, una, unos, unas that we talked in chapter 1, which was probably muy aburrido, is muy importante after all, because sometimes país, for example, or, well, profesor is kind of obvious, lápiz, those words, those nouns where we're not sure what their gender is, we have to remember what their article is. El país, el lápiz, la clase, la administración de empresas. That's the only way you know the gender. Once you know the gender, then you can change your, if you're saying our class, for example, or our classes, then you know to make it feminine. Okay, so vamos a practicar el uso de nuestros. So, ¿cómo se dice nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, nuestras in inglés? What does it say? Profesora es simpática. Our, no? So that's what we're simply saying. We're saying whose teacher it is. And what do we look at in the sentence to determine which form of our we use? What are we looking at? Right, exactly. The noun, profesora. So if we want to say our teacher is nice.
Nuestra.
Sí, señorita. Muy bien. Nuestra. So you can copy that on the line on your paper. Nuestra. Maybe emphasizing the a. This is like what you would have to do on the supersite. But it's going to be a little más difícil because on a supersite, I think it just tells you the word in English, our. So you have to know our is a form of nuestra. What about with this one? What do we look at again to determine the number and gender? What word? País, no? And like Pablo said, what do we remember in terms of the gender with país? What do we have to think about when it's not obvious? The article. What's our article for país? El, la, los, or las? El. Therefore, nuestro. What's this saying? Nuestro país es grande. Our country is large. Our country is big. No? Es muy grande. No, los Estados Unidos. Nuestro. Okay, uno más con nuestro. Exámenes. So how do we know? Sí, señorita. Nuestros. Muy bien. Me gusta tu confianza. Yeah? Nuestros. How did she know it was masculine? Los exámenes, right? We need to remember our article. It's masculine, so we know it's plural. And what are we saying? Nuestros exámenes son más o menos difíciles. ¿Sí o no? Sí, depende, ¿no? Depende de la persona y la experiencia de español. Estudiar, ¿no? Muy importante. Es muy importante. Excelente. Ok, ahora vamos con mi or mis. ¿Y cómo se dice mi or mis? Mi casa es tu casa. Me means actually, careful, mine. Careful, actually, because we're going to learn in future chapters that me, may, means me. But me, mi, means my. Me is my. Or mis. So mi or mis with libro. Mi or mis with libro.
Me.
Me. ¿Por qué?
It's singular.
Singular. Muy bien. And it's just a dot. Sorry. Abuela es trabajadora.
Me.
Me. ¿Y cómo se dice trabajadora? Hard working. So trabajar means to work. That's a verb. Yo no trabajo los sábados, pero yo soy trabajadora. I don't work on Saturdays, but I am a hard worker. Y mejor amiga?
Me.
Me. So notice, me and me's, we don't have gender. It's just singular or plural. You don't have to think about gender. Y two or twos? Two. Salón de clase es feo. What's that saying? What's a salón de clase? Classroom.
Is it like what?
Classroom
Oh, the classroom.
is what? Ugly. Sí or no?
C.
Sí. Es feo. No me gusta. Two or twos? Two. What's this saying? Two pre.
Is my cousin.
Whose cousin?
Your cousin.
Your cousin. Tu primo es guapo. Hola. Y clases son aburridas, two or twos? Twos, no? So, Juanita, tus clases son aburridas? Pablo, tus clases son aburridas? Menos la clase de español, no? Okay, bueno. Con Sue or Sue's? Sue or Sue's? Gato? Sue. What's it saying?
Your cat is precious.
Good question. The cat is precious. We know that. But whose cat is it? Mine? Yours? His or hers? Theirs? We don't know.
Theirs.
It could be his. It could be theirs. We don't know. You would never say this.
Someone else's.
Yes, someone else's. It's not my cat. It's not your cat. It's not our cat. It's somebody else's cat, right? Sue or Sue's. And we don't know if it's, his, hers, or theirs until we have prior that identified. Like, Octavio tiene un gato. Y su gato es precioso. Okay. Tarea, Sue or Sue's? Sue. Tarea es fácil. So what's it saying? His, her, or their what? What's tarea? Homework is easy. No? Tíos son altos? Sue or Sue's? Sue's. Y Octavio, ¿sus tíos son altos? ¿Sus tíos son altos? ¿Sí? Muy bien. Emilia, ¿sus tíos son altos? ¿Sus tíos?
Sí.
Muy bien. Entonces, Emilia y Octavio tienen tíos altos y sus tíos son altos, ¿no? ¿Tus tíos son bajos? Sí, más o menos, ¿no? I don't know, Anastasia. Okay, so we have me and me's, and for the supersite, you might want to identify what me and me's means. In English is obviously what? Me is what? My. Tu is your. But if it's formal you, usted, then you would use su. Okay? If you're talking to a doctor like, su oficina or su medicina es terrible. Nuestro or nuestras, a form of that means what? Like nuestras, ours, no possession. Okay. Resumimos esta actividad. So, chicos, A, B, or C. A, B, or C. A, B, or C. Muéstrame las respuestas. A, B, or C. A, B, or C. Or usa tu letra. Sí.
Oh.
Sí. Y chicos, muy bien. Mis hermanas son simpáticas. Es viernes, Margarita, tranquila, no pasa nada. No necesito hacer nada mañana. Okay, so why is this mis? Because this is how it is on the super site, and this is how it's going to be on your test. But I'm not going to give you options. You're just going to need to know them. How do you know it's mis, Pablo? What's the...
Isn't her mom like your sister? So you'd be like my sister or...
Right, you're right. So first I just want to emphasize, we know it's plural because it's sisters. But how did you know whose sisters they were? What in this sentence helps you out, Anastasia?
Tango, which is the
Yo.
form.
Yo form. So that verb, and now when we do the other ones, it'll make more sense. That verb's in the yo form, so you know I'm talking about my sisters, mis hermanos. Okay. Número dos. A, B, or C. A, B, or C. B, muy bien, mucho mejor. So I tried to give it away a little bit. Estudiamos. Estudiamos is saying what? We study in our library. So look at the verbs. Don't worry. Tenemos más práctica. That's why we're doing this in class. So when you do it on the super site, you're like, click, 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 submit, 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 A. Okay, número tres. A, B, or C. Excelente, chicos. B. Su acento es bonito. How'd you all figure that out? Whose accent are we talking about?
I guessed because the last two were B, so I figured this one has to be.
Oh, muy bien.
Well, I guess the last two weren't B. One was C and one was B, but it was just total guess.
Okay, good. I'm glad you got it right, but I want you to know why it's right. And why is this su acento? What's this saying? Whose accent are we talking about? Mine? The professor's, right? His, su acento. No? So really I keep focusing on these verbs. This verb is in third person. Is, his is. And if it was in the yo form, you're going to narrow it down to mi or mis. If it's in the nosotros form, amos is going to be a form of nuestro. But if it's in the tu form, it'll be a form of tu. So look at your verb first. Look at your verb first. And then make your guess. Look at your verb first. So, ¿cuál es el verbo? El verbo es hablamos. Nosotros hablamos español en nuestra clase todos los días. And then if you chose between nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, nuestras, you know it would be nuestra because of clase, la clase. So first look at your verb, and then after you find your verb, look at what we're talking about to figure out which one agrees in number and gender. Careful with this one. Es difícil. First, look at your verb. Okay, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo se dice cómo estás en inglés? How are you? ¿Cómo es tu familia? No? Muy bien, tu familia. So, ¿cómo estás is like, how you doing? But ¿cómo es is what is your family like? Diferente. Even though ¿cómo estás and ¿cómo es look very similar, they're totally different. Okay.